Okay, everybody, we are live. Today is Thursday, July 22nd, and we have some breaking news, everybody. At least it's breaking news if you haven't heard, and that is Dead Man's Gold has, in fact, been solved. So, Andy, Nate, thank you for coming on. Congratulations on a successful treasure hunt. I don't know.
Thank you.
Kind of wondering why is nobody finding this thing, but please, legend has it, everybody. You guys remember they were on a couple months ago, was it? Maybe a little bit longer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's been solved, but they're here to tell us where it was, because I know a lot of people were invested in that, wondering where it was, and then also some details about their new treasure hunt. So, guys, take it away.
All right. Yeah. So first off, we know that there's been a lot of people who've been waiting and just been pins and needles wanting to find out, what are the answers to this? It was found on Wednesday, last week, Wednesday, right?
Okay.
And that morning, I had actually taken off and I was camping out in the mountains with some youth. And so I didn't get any messages until Saturday.
So it's delayed. Is that right? Okay.
Yeah, it's been a wild ride for us to get things all ready and prepared, but we're excited to be here now. We've got a couple of things prepared for you guys, and yes, we are going to be revealing at least the first half of the solution to people today.
First half of the solution. Okay. And there is Billy Shaw Jr. in the chat. I know he's wondering.
Yeah. So, and we're open to fielding any questions that anybody may have today. But our goal, the reason why I say the first half is because our goal is to allow people some time to have fun discussing their solves with each other before actually finding out the real answer. So we've had some discussion. Okay. We've had some discussion on Reddit and on Mysterious Writings, people sharing their solves and having fun talking about them with each other. And so we kind of thought that'd be fun to continue that. But there's one particular place where people seem to be getting hung up, and that's at where was the town that he went to initially, where the shootout was.
Okay.
And where the mine was.
So anything for second place? Anything for second place if somebody does in fact go boots on the ground to the location?
Kudos to you. If you go there and you send us a picture, I will send you a coin.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
We've got a picture of the coin. It's a pretty sweet coin. So, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
And might I interject that, Andy, you had the worst timing to go on that trip. Because I checked the email on Thursday and I was like, holy cow! But you were completely incommunicado and I couldn't reach you for the life of me. So
yeah, 4 days later I appear.
So basically the person who found it took the picture and said, this is the key, if you will, right? What you guys blurred out. And that's how you know, okay, this person did find it. And I'm assuming they gave an explanation of what led them there as well.
They did, yes.
Yeah, they did.
Okay.
Yep.
And then them finding the coin is verification they're in the right spot. So for anybody out here who doesn't understand how this works, maybe you guys could just give a quick overview of legendhasit.net and what you guys have created.
Sure. So yeah, Legend Has It. We're creating treasure hunts, and it's not unlike Forrest Fenn. We're not hiding gold out in the woods. Rather, what we've done is when we find a place that's interesting, we take a picture of it. We take a picture of an object that is large enough and permanent enough not to be removed or hidden or destroyed. We'll take a picture of it, but a portion of it we blur out or we black out, and we call that the key. So what you need to do is you need to arrive in that spot and take the same picture from the same angle and send it to us, because that's then proof that you were actually physically there. We also have custom coins, one coin for every hunt that we hide right next to that key. And that's a memento for you. But it's that in itself isn't proof that you were there for technical reasons. As we try to find ways to circumvent the system and to cheat the system, we decided the safest way was you need a photo of the key of that object, as your proof that you were there. And that's exactly what we got last Wednesday, was a photo of the key and a selfie of the finder holding the token, which is really
Were you
cool.
guys pretty surprised? Or were you expecting this is going to be over here pretty soon?
We had a hunch it was coming because, well, the finder, Mike Franz,
I believe. Yeah.
Franz? Okay. Mike, he had sent us an email about a few days earlier, a week earlier, kind of detailing where he was. And we knew he was very, very close. He had gone down a wrong canyon, taken a wrong turn, but right towards the end. And so we knew it wasn't long. And sure enough, later, a week later, a few days later, we got the photo.
So how many days was the hunt active? How long did it take to get solved?
That was 3.5 months.
It was 3.5 months. Yeah, it went active on August 2nd.
Okay.
Or sorry, April 2nd.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah. Yeah, we were ready to go live on April 1st, but we decided that was probably not the best time.
April Fools, yeah. And now the big question is, what was the prize? Because I know it was when people bought in, you were going to give all of that to the prize pool, if I remember right. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
So as Nate was saying, there's a key. That's the photo. The key unlocks the treasure, and the treasure is crowdfunded. Every time somebody pays in to participate, a lot of that money goes directly into the treasure chest. And Mike Franz got away with $2,070.
Nice. So. All right. Well, congratulations, Mike. Do you know how many boots on the ground it took him to get out there and find this location?
We don't. No. We know he was there at least twice.
Yeah, at least twice.
Okay.
We know at least twice. So.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you said you're going to give us the first half. So for everybody that worked on this, it's in the chat. Could you give them whatever it is you're going to give them? And then when will you publish the second half of the solution?
So our goal, our goal is to produce a video discussing in detail everything about the hunt. And we're going to do the first half of it. We'll be releasing that this weekend. And then the second half will come a couple of days later. But we'll be putting all the little details in there that we thought were interesting that most people probably would not have picked up on, but add to the whole experience.
Yeah, but we're happy to discuss the first half now as well. It'll just be a dedicated video that we'll be producing.
So as long as people go to legendhasit.net, it'll be posted there when you guys put out the full solution.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay. Wow, that's awesome. I really like the coin aspect, or at least people. You could call it a proxy item, I guess, but it's so people can confirm they're in they've figured it out. They're in the right location.
Yeah.
Do you guys want me to show this now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, they sent us some pictures, everybody. Let me make sure I got the location first. Okay, here we go. We go here. So this is what everybody was looking for. That I believe it was the huge boulder on the left that was blurred out.
It was the
section in the middle, actually.
In the middle. You get this. You could see for point of reference, it was this middle part.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right? Okay. And then let's see if I got it right here. So the coin was right there. That's a pretty nice looking coin, which Mike gets to keep, correct?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And then let's see what the coin looks like. And you guys are doing this for the next hunt as well, a custom coin? Same type situation? It'll be hidden there somewhere?
It's already placed.
It's already there.
It's there.
Legend has it 2020. All right. And then this is Mike Franz. Congratulations. There he is. 2 grand. I mean, that's awesome. That's a successful treasure hunt. I know sometimes we have some controversy in some of these things and there's issues, but this one, it sounds like somebody did the homework. They did the boots on the ground. They found it. I wish it could have been Billy Shaw Jr., but you know how these things go, Billy. I'm sure he's going to work on the next one, depending what state it's in. Which I guess you're not going to tell us, are you? So anywhere within the 48 continental states? Is that the deal?
Well, we decided we'll announce the general area.
Oh, okay.
Where it is.
Vegas, fingers crossed, Las Vegas? No.
not far off, actually.
Oh, okay.
The next treasure hunt will be in the Nevada Triangle.
Nevada
Now-
Triangle. Okay.
Now,
Yeah.
many people haven't heard of the Nevada Triangle.
Right. I'm trying to think.
Its name evokes the Bermuda Triangle, and very
Hmm.
intentionally. If you draw a line from Vegas to Fresno to Reno, that triangle.
Oh, wow. So it's a big area.
Called,
Okay.
it's called the Nevada Triangle. A large section of the Sierra Nevadas runs through it as well.
And it
That
also
is an
skirts right
area-
past Area 51.
Yeah,
Nice. Okay.
that's an area that is an airplane killer.
Yeah. Right.
You have to remind me on the exact number, Andy. I think it was 2,000 airplanes have been lost in that area in the last 60 years.
Yeah, in the last 60, okay, for comparison, in the last 60 years, there have been something around like 200 airplanes that have gone missing, just vanished in the Bermuda Triangle. You start looking at the Nevada Triangle, that number jumps by an order of magnitude. Now we're talking about over 2,000 airplanes that just disappear.
Really?
Most are never found again.
I have not heard this in Nevada, the Nevada Triangle. Oh, okay. I'm gonna definitely research it now.
There's a lot of mystery that's involved in stories about the Nevada Triangle, and we thought that it was a perfect opportunity for us to hide a coin in there and have a treasure hunt where we are leading you into a mysterious place where people end up missing. So you're welcome.
Nice. I'm hoping there are UFOs involved in your Legend Has It story in some way, shape, or form. But me and K-Pro are on it. I mean, this is not too far from us. So one, I want to say thank you for doing a West Coast treasure hunt. It's relatively West Coast. A lot of these seem to be Midwest or East Coast. So it's great. It's going to be over here on our side of the U.S.
Well, that's where we are currently, right? But as this thing progresses, we're going to be, heading out to other places.
So do we have a start date for the new treasure hunt yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
The goal is to have it released this summer still.
Okay.
So, if I even try to estimate when it will happen, it'll take 3 times longer than that. But we're confident we can have it out this summer.
But so you're still developing the story, but the coin is out there, I heard you say.
Yeah, the coin is hidden. The location is known. The legend, we are writing it and rewriting it and rewriting it and then rewriting it again.
Yeah. And is it kind of an Area 51 conspiracy UFO type theme or no?
Every time it's rewritten,
It changes.
it changes a bit.
Okay.
But one thing that is consistent is that it does involve a plane crash.
Okay.
But we're getting ahead of ourselves. We're getting ahead of ourselves.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm excited about the new treasure hunt, but all right, let's go back to the other Dead Man's Gold, right?
Yeah, I think a lot of people here are interested in finding out what's the solution to Dead Man's Gold.
That's true.
I think we got to backtrack a little bit. Let's go back to that, and then we can start discussing the new hunt that we're all excited about. Also,
all right.
All right. So I'll just go ahead and I'll start in. We've got a couple of journal entries that follow our main character. His name is Thomas Clark. Right. This guy, though he's a fictional character, the thing I love about this story is that had he existed, everything about his travels could have been entirely possible, even down to the hour and the date that is given in this legend.
Okay.
So on May 1st, it reads, see John G. in decades, not since we were schoolboys in Yuba. I leave Santa Barbara by train to meet him in Arizona Territory next week. I do hope to venture ... So in this first journal entry, there are 4 main clues in here. The big one is the Arizona Territory, right? So we know we're looking in the Arizona Territory. That's our first area that we can start narrowing down from there. The second is we have a name, John G. We also know that they were in Yuba and that he took a train from Santa Barbara. Yuba, California, in 1849 was a hot spot during the gold rush. And we claim that Thomas Clark and John G. knew each other in Yuba, the county of Yuba. And there is where they would have learned the trade in mining. So John G. actually lived there when he was a young boy. He moved there when he was about 12 years old, I believe, with his guardians. His father had passed away a few years before. His mother was unable to provide for the family. There was another family that took a liking to him, and they took him under their wing. They moved out west. He learned about mining, and he moved out west in a covered wagon. So while he was out there, he learned a lot about working with his hands and being good with a gun. That part is interesting. Now the Santa Barbara by train tells us that Thomas Clark had two routes he could have taken. He could have taken the Southern Pacific Railroad into the Arizona Territory, or taken the more northern track, which is the Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe Railroad. All right.
I remember when we had the zooms on this, I thought we were in the southern part, but Billy Shaw would really be the one to tell us. I'm trying to remember. But go ahead. Yep, go ahead.
Yes, and so Thomas Clark did in fact take the southern route, as most people correctly surmised.
Okay.
And if you'd taken the northern route, there would have been only one town starting with a P. That would be Prescott. Mm-hmm. The southern route had 4 towns that you could have ended up in. Now, his next journal entry, May 5th, this one does not have any major clues in it, but it does help to support the timeline of Thomas Clark's travels, as well as the character of this John G. It says that John G. claims to have many good stories, which ... for quite some time. Perhaps this excursion will give me one of my own to tell someday. So we know that this John G. is a rather exciting character. May 8th, the next journal entry, is where things start to really get interesting. And this is where the main key to solving the entire legend sits. It's in this May 8th. It reads that he arrived in town tonight, but John isn't here yet. A very long day on the horse. Clue number 1, to get here. Yesterday on the train, I met the most lovely ... but she got off 2 stops before as she was heading to P.
Mm-hmm.
Hope to see her again. Tonight I stopped at a saloon where I was greeted by tales of John nearly dying in a gunfight at that very spot a few years ago. That's the main key right there. And then he says, how many times can a man defy doctors and cheat death?
Mm-hmm. So we got somebody who's got a guess there in the chat.
Adam Jensen, you are correct. Yes. The key here was the saloon, the tunnel saloon.
Yep.
Right?
Okay.
We know that I'll back up. A long day on the horse. A horse can go about 30 miles on level ground if it's got enough food and water. So 30-mile radius from whatever town that he stopped at.
Mm-hmm.
The lady that he references is heading to Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
In order to get to Phoenix, she would have had to stop at the Maricopa train station and taken the Maricopa and Phoenix Railroad that connected there in Maricopa. 2 train stops later was the town of Casa Grande. 30 miles from Casa Grande, there is a town by the name of Florence. And in Florence, there is a saloon named the Tunnel Saloon. And it was at that place 5 years prior, so in 1888, that this John G., who is actually John Peter Gabriel and went by Pete. It was there that Pete had a gunfight with an old friend of his, where he was mortally wounded and doctors thought that he was going to die. But as he had proven doctors previously in another gunfight, he survived because he was very stubborn. He is a very stubborn, very resolute man, a man who, as it says in the legend, kills his own snakes. And back in the day, that was a term that was used for people who had to resolve their own issues, mostly because this was back in the Wild West days. And in a lot of areas, there was not a whole lot of law enforcement or law and order at all. So people had to take care of their own problems. Hence, he's in a lot of shootouts. But he's good with a gun and ends up winning most of his battles.
Sometimes barely.
Sometimes barely, but he makes it out both times. And I think that, if I remember correctly, this one at the saloon shot out like he lost part of his lung in that one.
Tim Guerra says, seriously, I live there. Do you mean Florence, Tim Guerra? That'd be pretty funny if you were right there. Hopefully you knew about this treasure hunt and bought in, but okay.
Yep, this is Florence.
Hey, Andy, I'm going to interject real quick and just comment that this is a very fascinating character for us when we read about him. Fairly obscure, but someone who was basically pronounced dead 2 different times by doctors and ended up surviving both times. A guy like that we just can't pass up. And we realized that if multiple stops had P, and it started with the letter P. And if you look at the radius, you can find a few other towns. And so the search space kind of grew. But by reading up on shootouts in particular, then we were hoping that eventually you would identify this person. We just thought that was cool. And, just, reading about, some of this Wild West history. And we wanted to kind of share some of that.
And we did. In the Zoom, we figured that person out. A lot of the people in the Zoom had that part figured out. But that maybe, I don't want to say that's the easy part, but that was part of it, right? At least you had to get that figured out before you could continue on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, I'm going to interject something real quick, just for your viewers. I had to climb up a mountain to get line of sight to the tower so that I could have strong enough internet to use my phone. But you can't really tell it on the screen, but it's getting quite dark here. So I'm going to turn off my screen for a minute, hike down to my car, plug in, and turn it back on. So I'm going to disappear for just a sec.
Well, the rumor that we heard before we went live is that you're actually in the location for the second treasure hunt. Is that true?
Oh,
no,
that's not true.
Okay, not true, everybody. All right. Okay, yeah, and we'll still be able to hear you. You just turn your camera off, right? Okay. Okay, so we're in Florence, Arizona. Is that kind of where we're at so far?
Yeah. So
okay,
our Thomas Clark character, he is in Florence, Arizona, where he meets up with Pete Gabriel, who was his old friend from back in the day. And it is from there that they travel east out toward Pete's mine. Now, I know that there were a lot of people who were searching, trying to find out which mine he had, and some people came across the Monitor mine, which is just up a canyon on the east side of the Ray mine, what is today the open pit Ray mine. But a lot of people were unable to confirm that was actually his, but because the records didn't happen to go back that far on the on official government records. But that is in fact the mine that John Peter Gabriel had started. That was his claim. He had previous ones in the past, but that was the one that he was mining at the time in 1893. So it was up there at that Monitor mine where Thomas Clark and Pete were mining gold together, and occasionally Thomas Clark would wander down the canyon into the town of Ray. Now, in that area, there were 4 mining towns which have all been now destroyed because it's an open pit mine that encompasses the entire area. But the town of Ray was the correct solution there.
Okay.
So that is where I'm going to stop for now. There were a lot of people who made it to that point,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of people who got really hung up on the wrong town that started with P. And depending on which town you selected, there was a number of different shootouts during the same time that they could have chosen. So now that people are in the right spot, they know it's the town of Ray, and they need to head north up a canyon. We're hoping that now people will go to our subreddit or onto the Mysterious Writings forum and start sharing some more of their solutions, their own solves that they'd had, and discussing it.
Nice. Okay. So everybody check out legendhasit.net and wait for the full solution video, because it's important. It gives us a little window in their reasoning on how they set up this treasure hunt, and maybe it'll help us on the next one. Maybe it won't, but it can't hurt to see how, the solution for this one.
Yeah, you'll get a sneak peek into how we think.
Right, exactly.
But in the videos that we'll be posting, we'll go into more depth than I have here. There are some other interesting details that we'd like to share, and as well as some maps that we'd found in the day and back in the day, as well as the train schedules. We'd actually found the train schedules, and the dates that are shown here line up with where he would have been at different times. So it's all very fascinating, all very interesting. But so if anybody's got questions, about up to that point, feel free to ask them, and I'll answer whatever I can.
Yeah, so super chat's on if you guys have a question, but I will scan the chat as well for anybody that would ask questions on this first part, and they are here to answer it, everybody. And then now, can they, if it's after this, I guess you say Mysterious Writings, can they actually email you guys, or do you not want everybody to kind of?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So this was our first hunt, right? This was our pilot.
Mm-hmm.
So we would love to have as much feedback as possible. We would love to have people telling us what they liked about the hunt, what they thought we could have done better. Whatever comments you may have, we'd love to have all of it, because we need to use your input in creating our future hunts. And we've already got another one we're getting ready to be releasing soon. That's very different. It's a very different feel than this one. So we're gonna, take a look to see what things people like from this one, what people like from that one, and use that to gauge our future hunts.
Yeah, and that's a perfect way to do it. That is a perfect way to do it, because maybe some people may say this one was too hard. But, Michael Franz would probably be a good barometer, since he's the one who figured it out, and get tips from him, which I'm sure you guys will. Yeah, and it's cool that you're using history like you did, as JBR Princess points out. That kind of using a real life person of the West to kind of follow the trail and then go from there. Yeah, I like it. I really like what you guys did.
And we'll send some links for information where people can see where we got all of our information on John. He was a very interesting guy.
Yeah, right.
Very interesting person. Yeah.
So is it going to be the same buy-in for the new treasure hunt, or you guys maybe will adjust it a little bit?
We're keeping it the same.
Okay. And how much was that again? Was it
$40?
$40. Okay. And a portion of that goes to the prize pool on this second one, correct?
Yes, most of it does. In fact.
Okay. So we will have the coin, another custom coin. Is it already in the location, which is interesting?
It's already there.
Yeah. So basically the way it works, guys, is you pay your $40. There will be a start date, a release date. I'm assuming you're taking pre-orders before that date, whenever it'll end up being.
Yes. You can take pre-orders in the form of gift cards, or one of our big announcements today is that we are having a special promotion right now, where we are having we call it we are having a sealed auction for anybody who wants to sponsor us on this next hunt. Our top 5 private sponsors will get the opportunity to select a character in our next hunt and use that, have their name as that character.
Oh, so you actually insert them into the story. That's a pretty interesting idea.
Yes.
That
yes.
won't be for this hunt. It'll be for the next one.
That'll be for this one that's coming up.
Oh, it will be for this one. Okay,
yes, in this
interesting.
one. Yeah, which is why part of the reason we haven't released it yet.
Gotcha.
We need names, and we've got 5 names that we need that we got to add to our characters. So,
and can I show on the website where the sponsor information is?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
okay. So legendhasit.net, everybody, and I'm going to show you guys. So I invite everybody to go there. Now, can people buy in right now? If somebody wants to buy in for the new hunt, even though it's still in the works, is it possible to buy in now, or just you're going to wait until a certain date to let people purchase?
Well, like Andy said, you can go ahead and buy a gift card right now, but we're not going to open up the store
gotcha.
until everything's set in stone and ready to go.
Okay, so sponsor for the next hunt. We've got different levels. I like it. Gumshoe, brass, bronze, copper, silver, gold, diamond, and double diamond. Holy cow. And those are the different perks you can get. So we've got a Legend Has a keychain, t-shirt, hat, custom coin. Their name inserted into a legend. Looks like it's a $2,000 mark, if I'm reading that right, correct?
That will, this time,
okay,
we're doing a special promotion. If you scroll up just a little bit,
okay,
you'll see in those orange letters there.
Oh, got it.
This time, our special promotion now, just to help us get off the ground with this first legend, give us a good-sized treasure chest to start off. Our top 5 private sponsors with a minimum, the minimum threshold for that is $250.
Okay.
To enter the bidding, if you want.
Gotcha.
And yeah, our top 5, you're going to have your name inside the legend. And we've also had some businesses that are interested. And in this next legend, we are going to be employing some newspaper clippings. And in these newspaper clippings, we will have some ads from businesses. So we are offering ad space to any business that may want to join to have their ads placed inside of the legend, which will be carefully scrutinized by everybody who joins.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah. All right, I like it. It'll be a good way. Now, does all that sponsorship money go to the prize pool?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So if they get a bunch of sponsors, this prize pool could really grow considerably.
Yeah,
and
I was going to add just a bit on what Andy said.
Mm-hmm.
If there are businesses that are interested in sponsoring this hunt, like we said, we have 3 spaces that we can use. This hunt will take the legend will take a form of a newspaper clipping, and so that's where the ads will sit. We would ask, now clearly we cannot tell these companies what to put in their ads because that gives them kind of an insider knowledge. Oh, this must be a clue, that must be a clue.
Mm-hmm.
But we would ask that any companies that are interested, people who have businesses that would like to appear in this legend, that they submit 2 or 3 different ads that we will then go through and figure out how we can extract information from that ad and turn it into a clue to be solved. So if you could send us a few ads, that would help us tremendously.
Okay, and it's an interesting idea. I know other treasure hunts have probably asked for donations, but to actually have a sponsor where it's part of the story is pretty interesting. Yeah, that could have some interesting possibilities, especially if it's somebody that's well known in the community, and then they're inserted in the story. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, we've had quite a few people that have been interested and expressing a lot of interest in this, and we thought, how cool would it be if we could add them into the story? They could show people, say like, hey, look, I'm in this.
So Milan says, can you ask if the business ads will also be on the website with URL links? So they'll be in the story, but will there be maybe a sponsor page where people could go check out their business type thing?
Absolutely.
Okay. And I'm assuming that would be up for the duration of the hunt. The sponsors would remain, you guys are gonna have to figure the details out, but
Yeah, it would be at least for the duration of the hunt, if not more.
Okay. Yeah, it's a great idea. Yeah, if you could get that prize pool up to 10 grand or something, you're gonna get the one. If you guys are familiar with the Utah treasure hunt that just happened, where they hit the $10,000, that was solved recently. K-Pro, I even went out there, made a trip to Salt Lake City, looking for it. So, yeah, good stuff. So okay, and again, the Nevada Triangle. You said Fresno to Vegas to Reno. I heard Fresno, Reno. What's the third? It is Las Vegas.
Vegas.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, okay, awesome. Yeah, me and K-Pro are going to be involved in this one because that's we could make that trip.
That's in your backyard.
This will be a good one. That's a good question from Milan. How many people were involved in the Utah hunt? If you guys want to say, how many participants were there
In the Arizona hunt?
He's asking about the Utah hunt, but I want to know about the Arizona hunt. I do not know, Milan, about the Utah hunt. I have no idea how many people were involved. That one was a free hunt, by the way. So in yours, how many participants were there in yours?
That one is very difficult to answer because every single person that we know that purchased had a team.
Gotcha. So it could be up to 4 or 5 people, type thing.
Yes,
right.
We estimate that there were at least a few hundred.
Yeah, and we had a Zoom. We had a Zoom that I believe had about 12 people in it, and we had all purchased it. And we're going over the clues back when you guys were first on for a couple weeks. So a couple hundred, that's pretty good. Okay. And I think this one, once your solution comes out to the Dead Man's Gold, I think this one should go up considerably from there. Especially the area, I would hope. Being the Nevada Triangle, being in this area, I would hope it would be a lot of California people who would get interested.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the and someday it'll be on the East Coast, right? It's not like you're going to concentrate on the West Coast.
Exactly. Yeah, we don't want to have all of our hunts in just one area. We're going to spread this out, and we're going to let everybody have a chance to enjoy a good treasure hunt.
Okay, there it is, everybody. We invite you guys to come back when you have the release date. When you have the sponsors in place and you actually have the release date. Do you have the title for the new one yet? So this one was Dead Man's Gold that just recently ended. Do we have a title for the new one or not yet?
We don't have a title yet.
Okay.
But Andy, we need to tell the exciting thing.
Oh yes.
Wait a minute.
We can't go yet. We have some.
Wait a minute.
Okay, Nathan,
we got
go
more
ahead.
Breaking news, everybody.
Okay. Well, maybe if I turn on the light, you can see my face. My face will, elicit the excitement. I guess you just have to hear my voice because it's pretty dark here now. You won't see much. But okay, so like we said, this involves a plane wreck, right? It's very low given the area. And so as Andy and I are scouting out, multiple days, we're just all over the place, just trying to find, what would make good clues, what are interesting areas. And finally, we decided, maybe let's just look where would a plane crash? And so we kind of looked at the map and we said, this might be an interesting spot. And we hiked right up to the spot. And it was funny. I jumped up on the small rock that was there and just kind of scanned around. And then Andy, who is behind me, says, "What is this?" And I turn around and look at what he's looking at, and there are aluminum shards everywhere. And we're
there was a little plane crash there?
Yeah, as we're looking through this, we realize these are pieces of an airplane. There was an actual real-life plane wreck in that very spot we had decided to go explore.
Which you didn't know about. Oh, that is quite a coincidence.
No.
Now, it wasn't much. There was not much.
The audio is breaking up a little bit, Nate, so you know.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of static for some reason.
Yeah, so there's not much left. But the exciting thing was that, we had done a lot of research trying to figure out where this plane was going, where they were coming from, and based on the topography of the area, trying to figure out, okay, where were they going and where might be a plausible place where they would crash. And lo and behold, we stumbled upon a plane crash, an actual
Right.
plane crash in that area. And it took us a couple of hours before we could say anything other than, "Are you kidding me?
Right.
We actually found a plane crash."
What are the odds of that? Yeah.
I know. So we're pretty excited. I would take a wild guess at where that coin might be hidden.
I mean, how many can there be in the Nevada Triangle? Maybe there's a lot. I don't know. We have to do some research, everybody. But yeah, that's interesting.
Well, there are at least 2,000 that have gone missing. So 2,000 that they don't even know about.
Oh, I see.
Right. There are a lot that they do know about.
Were you guys able to find the plane, like research it and figure it out, or you don't want to say?
I don't want to say.
Okay. Got it.
But we will tell you that we have done our due diligence on everything, gone through legal channels, all that kind of stuff. Everything's hunky-dory. It's all peachy.
Okay.
So,
okay. Wow, that is crazy. You're there.
Yeah.
Your story is about a plane crash, and you find remnants of a plane in your location.
Yep, it's there. So whoever finds this one, they'll come across. We're going to lead you right to it. You'll come across the same thing.
So I guess that'd be a confirmer you're in the right area when you start seeing whatever the debris is that's there. Wow, that's kind of crazy. Yeah. Interesting.
So, yeah, it was very exciting, and it plays in perfectly into the story that we're writing, which I think is very exciting. It's completely different from the first, but there are some really interesting things about it. So
I will ask, because we have a lot of code breaker Charlies, any codes or ciphers in this one? Or is it just more of a story format and you kind of put the pieces together like in Dead Man's Gold?
I'm not going to comment on that.
Okay. All right. So that means yes, everybody. No. Okay. Interesting. All right. Well, I'm looking forward to it. Oh, Lori James points out that Wonder Hussy might know. If you guys know who Wonder Hussy is on YouTube, she's big in Nevada. She's got her own YouTube channel and does a lot of ghost towns, mine. She goes and does all these YouTubes. So maybe, Lori, maybe. We'll see. So yeah, please come back on, guys, when you have the date. You know what I mean? You have some sponsors in place. A lot of people have already asked what the prize pool will be. Well, we don't know. There is no cap. It could be unlimited. It just depends how many sponsors they get and how many buy-ins there are. That determines the prize pool, correct?
It's all crowdfunded, so it depends on how many people join. There is no limit. It'll just keep on growing and growing and growing and growing until finally somebody finds it.
Right.
If you go to our website right now and go into our store, there you will find a product there that says sponsorships. You can go there. You can select whatever quantity you want. There's no tax on it. You just select whatever quantity you want to donate, and you can add in the comments anything that you'd like. If you want to be considered, if you want to be put in the running for to have your name used as one of the characters in this legend,
right?
Then the minimum entry for that, we're asking $250.
There could be a Cowlazars in the story, everybody. I'm just putting it out
there. There could be a Cowlazars or a K-Pro.
There could be a Bobby D. There could be a Randy Fishel. Think about it, everybody. Isn't that kind of cool? Now you have to donate the money, and there's no guarantee. You're going to randomly select. Is that correct?
No, it's whoever the top 5.
Gotcha.
And if there's any ties, it'll be whoever donated first. We'll make it fair.
The top 5 biggest donors, everybody. So if you really want to get in it, you know what to do. It's pretty. Now, are you going to tell people what the top amount is? So if somebody's interested, they could bid more, or it'll be like a silent auction. Or you did say sealed, right? So nobody.
Yeah, it's a sealed auction.
Okay.
But it is cumulative. So if you donate some now and think, well, maybe I'm going to donate a little more, you can donate a little more. We'll add it all up.
Gotcha.
It'll be cumulative.
Okay. That's interesting. All right. Okay, I like it. I like especially like the Area 51. If that's going to be part of the story, I guess I'll have to wait and see. But I like that whole aspect of it.
Yeah.
Conspiracy theories are always fun.
It's a very fascinating area. So, and our wives were, after we had told them about this area, they were quite nervous about us going there, and so Nate's wife bought him a GPS, a little Garmin GPS that we could take with us up in the mountain.
Oh, wow. But no issues with like getting lost or anything like that, was it?
Right. No, we didn't have any issues, but it was some peace of mind for her.
Area 51, everybody. Okay. The little alien. This could be a good excuse to go up there. I've never gone up the alien extraterrestrial highway up to that area. So this would be a cool
Right.
excuse to go hit that on the way to wherever we wanted to go, boots on the ground for this. So
yeah. Now, anybody, I'll add if you want to pull up that the sponsorship page one more time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There's a little asterisk on there that if you look, well, I think it's listed at the top that says anybody who wants to donate at the brass level, which is $125 or more. Anybody who donates at that level or above will be given a free hunt.
Oh, nice. So, and what level was that? Brass or higher?
Yes, brass or higher. So the second level, $125 or more, you automatically get a free hunt with it. So you don't have to go purchase one again at a separate time.
And that's for this hunt or for a future hunt?
That'll be for all hunts. Oh,
gotcha. Okay. And then Milan had a question. Can sponsors, even business sponsors, participate in actually finding it? Or does being a sponsor preclude you from participating?
There's no preclusion by anybody.
Okay. So if you donate, guys, and if your name is in the story, wouldn't that be interesting if one of those people actually found it? You're still in. You can find it. They're not going to give you any hints. You don't have any advantage on actually finding it by becoming a sponsor.
No, we are being very careful in that respect, that the only people that know about it is us. Like, our wives could even join this, and they would have no idea where to start.
So you and Nate are the only two people? Is that correct?
And my father, actually, we brought him in as a consultant because he's a pilot.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So
I know of one pilot in the old treasure hunting community. I wonder if they might have an advantage. So I'll be reaching out to him when this thing releases for sure.
Could be. Yeah.
Maybe once I read the story, we'll get a better idea. Wonder if maybe decimal degrees are involved. So I do see a asterisk down here. All sponsors will be listed on the website for no fewer than 6 months, with high tier sponsors appearing for longer periods of time. So 6 months, that's great. You know, the more buzz this thing gets, if you guys are like the one in Utah, they got on the news, like ABC picked it up. It really seems like it took off, and that was a free hunt. So this one, you get the publicity if the people go to the website. I think it could really pay off for a business to be a sponsor.
Yes, it really could. Really could. And we're really excited about it. So, you know, once again, anybody who wants to join the hunt or gift the hunt, you can buy a gift card now. If you want to become a sponsor, you're welcome to go to instead of purchasing a gift card, just go to the sponsored product. You can donate anything you want. You can choose your own amount. Anybody who donates $125 or more will be given a code for a free hunt, and anybody who donates $250 or more will be in the running to have their name put in the legend. For businesses that want to participate and be in the running to have their ads placed in the legend itself and be carefully scrutinized, that's starting at $450. And there's 3 spaces available for businesses, 5 spaces available for private sponsors.
Okay, very cool idea. Is there a minimum prize amount, or is it just going to be based on the buy-ins and the sponsorships only?
Like I said, it's all crowdfunded, so it's however much people want
to put in. Okay, I didn't know if you guys were putting in money, because you did on the first one. You guys put in a lot of money, if I remember right. But on this one, you're going to let the buy-ins and the sponsorship handle it. Okay.
And if it doesn't, you know, if nothing happens, then we will, of course, be seeding the treasure chest ourselves, because we don't want anybody to join without any reward. That doesn't make any sense.
And that's what somebody asked. They're like, well, what's the prize fund now? And it's like, well, there isn't one, because they're still getting they're getting the word out. But by the time the hunt starts, the start date, you'll actually have an idea of at least where it's at that time, correct? The prize. Yeah, prize fund. Okay.
And at the moment, this promotion is open until about the end of the month. So July 31st.
Oh, okay. So just 10 days from now, 9 days from now. Okay.
Yeah, it's open at least until then. If we feel like we need to extend it, we could. But just so you know, that's there has to be some sort of cutoff to where we can actually finish writing this legend.
Yeah, right. You got to finish it and get it out there. I got you, because you want it this summer, and we're already at the end of July. So yeah, August, September, October. Gotcha. I'm not even going to ask. I was going to bring up, is there snow in this area? So in the wintertime, but I'm not even going to go there. So
you won't get an answer.
Yeah, right. I was just going to say, you're not going to answer it. So, but I think you guys would have thought of that. So, okay. All right. Well, awesome. I'm glad the first one was a success. Congratulations again to Michael Franz, who won it, $2,000 and that awesome custom coin. And we're looking forward to this new one. I think you'll get some sponsors. Me and K-Pro will have to discuss and see if what we could do. It would really be cool to be in the story in some way, shape, or form. So we'll see.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll see. So everybody, it is legendhasit.net. All the information is there. There's also a contact email. If they have any questions, they can just send them right into you guys. Send them right into us. We love reading emails from everybody. And they're looking for feedback from the first treasure hunt, Dead Man's Gold. So if you worked on it, and is there a time frame when the full solution will be out for Dead Man's Gold? A month from now, a couple weeks? Oh, no. We're talking maybe like sometime next week. Oh, okay. We hope to have a video put out of the first half of the treasure hunt this weekend. We're hoping. Mm-hmm. And then a couple of days after that, maybe the next weekend, we'll have the second portion. So you don't have to wait long. Got it. But we want to have a break in between so that people can have fun discussing their solves and their solutions with everybody, bringing in that community feel before we reveal everything. Okay, we did get the $5 super chat from Kiwis Road. He says, go visit the Padre Mine Vault in the Franklin Mountains. I don't know where the Franklin Mountains are, but I know the Kiwi, the Thrill of the Chase, led him into mines, and he is big time in that. So thank you for the super chat, Kiwi. Where are the Franklin Mountains at? Are you familiar with that, Andy? I have not heard of the Franklin Mountains. Have you? No, I am not familiar with it. Yeah, let us know what state that's in, Kiwi. And Kiwi is in Australia. So he's been researching all these mines and ghost towns in the U.S. It's kind of interesting stuff. So, okay, there it is, everybody. Legendhasit.net. Check out the website. They're going to give the full solution to Dead Man's Gold here in the next week or two. Maybe we should maybe we should do a Zoom on the solution, the people that worked on it back then, just to go over, make sure, because it really does help us understand how you guys created it for the next one. I think it's important for, to go through it and get the reasoning down. And then we look forward to the next one. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So you think next 3 months, maybe the next one will go live? Oh, we are hoping much sooner than that. Okay. Yeah. Right. I got you. Yeah. Like I said, we're writing it down now. We're kind of working backwards on this one. We've got a lot of all the physical clues, the places where you got to go boots on the ground. We know all of those things. We know the characters of the story. We know how they fit together. But it's the little details in between that we're nailing down right now. Gotcha. Okay. Well, we appreciate you coming on and giving us a heads up. And I'm going to say thank you to our first sponsor who just came through. We got a private sponsor who donated, who's in the running now to have their name in the legend. So thank you. Hey, there it is. We got one sponsor. Get in there, everybody. Now, it doesn't have to be a business. A personal, I could just donate, just what level. Absolutely. And if I have a personal website or whatever they want, kind of the link to whatever, it can be. It doesn't have to be a business, I guess is what I'm saying. Is that doesn't have to be business. Okay. Private sponsorships, private sponsorships, usually people, what they have to offer is their finances, right? Mm-hmm. For businesses, oftentimes they have a product that they might want us to use, or they want to sponsor us through a product instead of financially. Mm-hmm. That's also an option. If you want to go that route, please contact us, email us. We'll give you, we can discuss, see what kind of mutual arrangement we can come up with. Right. Or a service, right? Some kind of a service. But yeah, gotcha. Interesting. Absolutely. Okay. Yeah. Like for instance, we got somebody who's interested, who's a travel agent. Oh, okay. They can help people out with their travels or something like that. It's just something like that. It's Adam Jensen, there he is. We'll see, Adam, if you make it in. That'd be pretty cool. Okay. Now everybody's asking, where's K-Pro? K-Pro is actually on a little mini vacation, everybody. She thought she might be able to join, but she isn't. So, but we will be back Monday. We're going to have details of the World Series of Fenn. And Andy and Nate, we do a yearly poker tournament here in Vegas, and it's going to be February 5th this year, the weekend of February 5th. It's the weekend before the Super Bowl. So we invite you guys to come out, especially if this one is still going on. That'd be awesome to come out. We get about 70 to 100 treasure hunters out here. We just have a fun weekend. So
yeah. If this one's not going on, we should have another one going on. So,
and then you get the details for the announcement on that. Yeah, gotcha.
Right. Yeah,
of course. Okay. Thanks, Andy. We appreciate it. Thank you, everybody. The question is, do we do the Beacon Star? So as you can see from the T-shirt, we've been working on it's a Denver treasure hunt called the Beacon Star, and it's about $8,000 is up for grabs in Denver. Been out for years. Not that many people are working on it, but it's definitely codes and ciphers. It's definitely not easy. So let me think about it if we go do another hour or not. Since K-Pro's not here, what else do I have to do? So thank you for being on, Andy. And again, come back on when you guys have the start date, and we'll go through the details again, okay?
All right. And thank you to everybody who participated in this one. It has been incredibly rewarding for Nate and I to have all your comments coming through and seeing the excitement that you're having, working together as a family and teams. We love it. So thank you to everybody else.
Yeah, the feedback's important, guys. So go to legendhasit.net. Let them know what you think of their new idea. Let them, if you worked on Dead Man's Gold, when you see the solution, just give them feedback. Let them know what you think. For sure. That's what it's all about. Okay. Thanks. Appreciate it, Andy. And Nate, I think he already had it dropped off. All right. We'll see you in a couple months with details on the new treasure hunt.
Yes.
All right. Okay, everybody, legendhasit.net. Check it out. How many in the chat viewed the video of when they were on about 3.5 months ago? I believe they were on in August. Maybe it was the end of August when that one had first started. Was anybody remember that show? When Andy and Nate came on? And it's treasure hunting amusement park. There's a lot of rides, guys. A lot of rides are open. I got an email from somebody today that said, hey, I'm looking for a new treasure hunt now that, the thrill of the chase is over. And I told him about Beacon Star. I will now tell him, hopefully he's watching and he'll know about this one. There's so many that's going on. Some people, somebody in chat was saying Johnny's Treasure Quest is doing a new one for $100,000. Yeah, there it is. That's King Catcher, Jim King. JTQ is planning another great American treasure hunt for $100,000 this year. They're considering moving it out of Michigan. Well, wouldn't that be cool? Because they did one right in Michigan, so that it makes sense for them to expand and to go out. You mean April? Yeah, I did say August. So did they, didn't they? You're right, Milan. It was April, not August. April. Yeah, JBR Princess. This is not, this is something we could actually drive and check out. So wouldn't it be cool to take a road trip and go look for it? For sure. So what's going on in Beacon Star news, everybody? Randy's making his trip to Denver, I think in a week or about a week and a half. He's going to head on out there. He's got a breaking news video coming out in a week. I think next Friday is when it's going to be. We don't know what that's about. But he'll let us know. So that should be interesting. He did mention he may do some kind of a hint or clue video while he's in Denver. So we will all dissect that video and check it out. Of course, it's one of those where he says, if you can figure it out, if you can figure out what the clues are. So, and where we left off was the first two locations we think we have nailed down in the Beacon Star. Oh, 3D Bronze. The Tell Me Virtual Theme Park is always open. So 3D Bronze, was it Tell Me What? That one got solved, right? And I'm sure you're already hard at work on another one. So thanks for the super chat, 3D Bronze. 3D Bronze could be a sponsor for the new one, huh? It's just cool that they're doing sponsors and that it would actually be in the treasure hunt story. That's a pretty cool idea. Today is the 22nd, Lucky Digger. Today is 22nd. I think he said the 30th he was going to release his big treasure hunting news. Oh, nice. So King Catcher Jim King says he's talking about Johnny's Treasure Quest in Michigan. You can suggest a place, and if they pick it, you win a silver bar. Well, I'm going to suggest Las Vegas, the entertainment capital of the world, the place where everybody wants an excuse to come to. So I'll have to check their website out and see how we go about doing that. So yeah, K-Pro went on a little vacation. Tune in Monday night show, Forest Fen Treasure Found. We are going to have details of the World Series of Fen. We hope everybody can come out here in February. It is going to be the weekend of February 5th. The poker tournament is going to be on Saturday, February 5th, but that whole weekend we'll have some fun things planned. We hope you guys can come out. Super Bowl is the next weekend. Usually the Super Bowl is the first Sunday in February, but for this year, the Super Bowl is actually on the second Sunday in February. It's actually on February 13th. And that's why we do it the weekend prior to the Super Bowl, because things are a little slow here in Vegas. They're prepping for the Super Bowl weekend, but prices are lower, flights are lower. You know, there's no way we could do it Super Bowl weekend, of course. But that might be the Pro Bowl weekend, which nobody cares about. 3D Bronze. Tell Me Who 2 is out. $5 for the PDF book. All right. Let's look it up right now, everybody. 3D Bronze. I didn't even get a chance to read the first one before it was solved. Is it Tell Me Who 2? Let's see. 3dbronze.com/ It helps if you spell it right, everybody. I don't know if you knew that about the internet, but things really help if you spell them. Tell Me Who. Tell Me Who. I see Tell Me Who solved. What's the link for Tell Me Who number 2? 3D Bronze. If you can't put it in the chat. Oh, there's some cool prizes for that one that he found. If you read Tell Me Who, you have to read number 2. All right. As soon as I figure out where the link is, I will check it out. So if I just, oh, there it is. It's right there in front of me. I got it. All right, let me show it. Boom, 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 boom. 3dbronze.com, Tell Me Who Part 2. To participate, the PDF book now for only $5. No address or phone numbers required, or send $5 via the Cash app. And, you know, we should kick somebody something when they make a treasure hunt, right? Kathy says it helps if you've read Tell Me Who Part 1 to understand somewhat what's going on in Part 2. So even though Part 1 is solved, check out Part 2. Again, password to a video. It's a pretty cool way of doing things, right? And the prize, as always, we've got a little silver. We've got a 3D bronze chest. Ooh, look at that map. Goonies souvenir treasure map. Oh, that's pretty cool. I would want this just for that. Goonies souvenir. Goonies jail, Astoria, Oregon. All right. There it is. Let me put that in the chat right now. 3D Bronze, Tell Me Who Part 2. We're also live on Facebook, everybody. I believe we're streaming to the Treasure Hunt Amusement Park group on Facebook, and that link will go there as well. Oh, or maybe I'll get an error. We'll see. Still figuring the software out. Shout out to Toby and Shelly, A Gypsy's Kiss, who told me you got to use this software, and we are. So thanks, Toby, for letting us. More prizes added this weekend, 3D Bronze says. I think I will check it out. So since we're already an hour in, everybody, I'm not going to do the Beacon Star tonight. Let me see. Okay, Andy, can you hear me? He's still on. All right, I'm going to kick you off. Don't take any offense. There you go. I think he was trying to figure out how to get out. You guys can't see him, but I could see him. That's funny. So what we'll do is, hey, Nemo, what's going on? I haven't talked to you in a while. What we'll do is let's do the Beacon Star Zoom, everybody. Instead of doing it live, because I'm disorganized as always, let's do the Beacon Star Zoom. Give me about 15 minutes, and I will send the link out to everybody. If you are on my Zoom list, then you will get the invite. Join if you can. If you are not on the Zoom invite and you want to be, just email me, cowlazars@gmail.com. Boom. Did I spell it right? Let's hope so. Okay, cowlazars@gmail.com. We'll do a little, oh, look who showed up. I'm assuming you just got in the hotel room. Andy and Nate were just on for, guess what, K-Pro? Their new treasure hunt, which is going to start in a month or two, is in the, it's Fresno to Vegas to Reno. They call it the Nevada Triangle. So it's in our area. It's in our neck of the woods. And they've got a pretty cool sponsor deal the people can do. So we'll see what the prize is. But me and you, we got to work on this. It'll be a fun one. I don't know what that means, Indiana Jones, but okay. So hope you're doing good, K-Pro. Hope you got settled in for the night, wherever you are out on assignment. Yeah, tune in Monday, like I said. Yeah, K-Pro's like, we're in. Tune in Monday, details on World Series of Fen, and we'll always have the breaking news for the Forest Fen treasure found. Uh-oh. Kathy says, if we solve it before the new prizes are added, do we still get the new prizes? That's kind of in your face, isn't it? 3D Bronze. They're trying to say they may solve it before you even put it to have a chance to put the new prizes up. Look up the Transcontinental Airway. Okay, I will, because this is a plane crash, apparently. And 3D Bronze says yes, everybody. That's right. You will get the new prizes. No, it was not us, JBR Princess. Not that we won't be a sponsor, but it was not us. K-Pro, so whoever the 5 highest sponsors are, the highest amount of money they give, their business or names actually get inserted in the story. So it's kind of interesting. What's up, Nemo? So Eleanor says, nope, nobody going to solve it right away. So I will send the invite out for the Beacon Star Zoom. You guys join, and we'll have some fun there. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Indy is here, and Candy, she was anyway earlier. We hope you're feeling better, Candy. I know it's been like a week or so. So she's here somewhere. If you have something you want to say, K-Pro, say it now before I end the Zoom. Not Zoom, before I end the live stream. Yeah, she stopped by early on. She seemed weak, Nomadic Madman says. She was here earlier. I don't know if she still is. What is today? Today's Thursday. Oh, that's right. Duh. It's Thursday, everybody. Beacon Star Thursday. Hey, thanks, JBR Princess. You too. There it is. Truck and Treasure. I solved Tell Me What so quickly he never got time to add more prizes. Well, Truck and Treasure, it sounds like you have an advantage. I hope you work on part 2. Get that one solved too. Need 10 minutes. All right. Well, I wasn't going to stay on, Christy, so we will do a Beacon Star Zoom. Eleanor, maybe we could do a Tell Me Who 2 Zoom, maybe, I don't know, over the weekend or something. So, okay, everybody, that's it. We're going to end it. Thanks for tuning in. Treasure Hunt Amusement Park. A lot of fun stuff happening. And we will see you guys on Monday. Make sure you check out the video on Facebook. Let me know what you think of that. Let's do this.
Cowlazars, 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 Cowlazars. Come on, let's have some adventures. We'll spend days, we'll spend weeks, we'll spend months working our way through treasure hunts. Cowlazars, 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 Cowlazars. Mike drinks coffee a ton. Feel free to send him some.
Thanks to JK Pioneer, who did send me some coffee. A lot of coffee. And I'm drinking it right now.
Watch Mike once, you'll want to watch him again. James Frey once called him to talk Forest Fen. Cowlazars, Cowlazars, you cannot go wrong. You could even say bovine photons. Now let's get going on the double. Let's talk treasure hunts. Let's talk puzzles. Cowlazars, 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 Cowlazars.
You know what? I feel cheated that we didn't do Beacon Stars. You know what? Maybe over the weekend I'll go live. We'll do a little Beacon Star for an hour. Okay, everybody. We'll see you next time. Make sure you subscribe, thumbs it up, comment. But make sure you subscribe because we have changed it. We're only subscribers get to comment in the chat. And only subscribers will be notified when we go live. Because you know, me and Christy got to do another kitchen table conversation. We'll see you, everybody.